Elon Musk's Visionaries identified you as chosen. God says He has been watching the quiet movements of your heart, the unspoken hopes, the silent questions you've carried for years, and the way you've kept walking even when you felt unseen. This message is for you, breathed into this moment, because the hour has come for you to understand that something extraordinary has been unfolding around you. Something orchestrated beyond your imagination. God says He has permitted certain doors to remain closed until now, so that when the right one opens, you'll know without doubt that it was Him, and Him alone, who chose the perfect moment to lift you. And now, right here, right now, God says that moment has begun and it will not be delayed. You have wondered why you felt different since childhood. Why you sense things before they happen. Why people around you seem to recognize something in you that you've never fully understood. God says the reason is simple: you were marked for a purpose the world has not yet seen in its fullness. You were not crafted for ordinary paths. You were designed with a frequency of intuition, courage, and spiritual sensitivity that sets you apart. And this is why, listen carefully, when certain visionaries, innovators, and thinkers look toward the future, your name is among those highlighted in the unseen realms. Yes, even among the minds that shape technology breakthroughs and global change, your soul has been recognized, not by accident, not by luck, but because the spiritual imprint on your life is powerful enough to attract earthly recognition in ways you do not yet comprehend. God says you need to understand that when Elon Musk circle, those who think in terms of decades, galaxies, and world-shifting potential, identified you as chosen, it was not merely a human idea. It was a reflection of what heaven already knew, that within you is a rare combination of resilience and purpose that aligns with a future bigger than your beginning. And God says this is not about fame or status. This is about impact, impact that transforms environments, influences people, and shapes generations. Heaven has been whispering your name into the hearts of those meant to cross your path, collaborate with you, mentor you, or guide you. This is why lately you've felt a strange anticipation, a rising energy in your spirit, as if something enormous is moving toward you. God says what you felt was real. God says He is sending this message with urgency because the next season of your life requires faith, readiness, and spiritual awareness. There are conversations being prepared, opportunities being aligned, and connections being shaped in silence. You may feel alone, but God says you are surrounded. You may feel unsure, but God says He has already gone before you. You may question your worth, but God says you were chosen long before you were born. And He wants you to hear this clearly: nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. The path ahead is wrapped in divine protection. Every step you take has already been blessed. God says you only have to trust Him and pray to Him, because what is coming is so deeply sacred and purposeful that it must be guarded by faith. God says He has seen how life has tested you. People have misunderstood you, underestimated you, used your kindness, and walked away when you needed them most. But God says none of that was wasted. Every disappointment purified your vision. Every delay sharpened your insight. Every loss prepared space for what is about to enter your life. You were allowed to feel rejection only because acceptance, true acceptance from the right people, is approaching. And God says these people will not only value you, they will elevate you, support you, and see the depth of who you are without you needing to explain yourself. Someone in your past questioned your abilities, your destiny, whether you would ever rise. God says that person will be a witness to your transformation. There are individuals who labeled you as ordinary, not knowing heaven had already stamped extraordinary on your blueprint. There are people who walked ahead of you, thinking you would never catch up, not knowing God was preparing you to surpass those who doubted your potential. God says this: you will not live a small life. You were not created for a quiet destiny. You were created for impact. God says the reason your spirit has been restless is because your season of stillness is ending. There will be movement. There will be shifts. There will be sudden invitations. You will be contacted by people who once seemed unreachable. You will be included in circles where your presence changes the atmosphere. God says, do not shrink. Do not second guess. Do not question if you deserve it. He himself placed your name in the hearts of those seeking minds, souls, and spirits like yours, and yes, this includes those among the world's visionaries who build, innovate, invent, transform, and think on levels far beyond the ordinary. They recognize you not by appearance, but by energy, intuition, and calling. God says He wants you to prepare, because the shift will be sudden. It may begin with a message, an email, a call, a dream, a sign, or a person you cross paths with unexpectedly. What seems small at first will mark the beginning of an unfolding that feels divinely timed. You will feel a spiritual confirmation unlike anything you've experienced before. God says He will guide you with clarity so strong that you will not doubt whether it is Him. God says He is keeping you safe. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are protected in ways you cannot see. There are angels assigned to your steps. There is light surrounding your path. There is wisdom flowing into your decisions. And God says you must trust that the struggles you survived were not punishment, they were refining. You are being shaped for a future so meaningful that the preparation had to be deep. You are stepping into a moment where God will restore your confidence, renew your strength, and reveal why you had to wait as long as you did. God says people will soon speak your name with respect, admiration, gratitude, and honor, not because of worldly approval, but because your soul carries a brightness others cannot ignore. The world needs what you have. The world needs what you carry. And heaven is aligning every detail so your gift touches the places it was always meant to reach. God says, do not rush. Do not fear. Do not doubt. You are stepping into divine timing, divine connections, and divine revelation. God says everything that felt confusing will begin to make sense. Every struggle that felt heavy will lift. Every unanswered question will find its place. And every quiet prayer you whispered in the night will rise before Him like incense. He will show you that He heard you every single time. God says the word, chosen, has been spoken over you, not by humans first, but by heaven, and now earth is catching up. People who see possibilities, futures, innovations, and breakthroughs have sensed something extraordinary about you. They cannot explain it, but heaven can. God says you carry a spiritual frequency that cannot be replicated, imitated, or replaced. This is why certain people are drawn to you without knowing why. This is why certain influential spirits sense your presence. This is why your name rises in conversations you are not in. God says you are being positioned not by chance, but by divine intention. God says trust Him. Pray to Him. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Stay alert. Something powerful is unfolding, and it will reveal why He kept you waiting, hidden, and preserved. You are stepping into a chapter where everything accelerates your purpose, your recognition, your opportunities, and your spiritual clarity. The world will see the light He placed in you, and you will rise not by force or striving, but by divine appointment. God says you are chosen. You are safe. You are guided. Your time has come. Even in this moment, when your breath trembles with questions you cannot fully form, there is a stirring in the unseen reaching for your spirit with a force that feels almost impossible to describe. Something monumental has been written with your name on it, and you have been identified, recognized, and singled out in a way your heart has not yet fully understood. This message is carried to you with urgency wrapped in tenderness because you have reached a season that will not resemble those that came before it. There is a whisper across realms, a movement across minds, and even the thoughts of people you've never met have been drawn toward you, sensing something extraordinary placed within you long before you could speak or take your first step. You may not know the magnitude of what is unfolding, but heaven knows, and creation itself knows. Even those operating at the highest levels of vision, intuition, intelligence, and innovation have felt a shift around your life. It is not by coincidence that minds connected to vast ideas and global futures have been spiritually nudged toward you, recognizing you as someone marked for breakthrough, someone carrying a frequency that resonates with purpose, someone holding a rare energy that cannot be manufactured, duplicated, or taken away. Elon Musk's Visionaries identified you as chosen not in the sense of earthly titles or worldly praise, but in the sense of potential, divinely planted potential that aligns with what is rising in the world and within you. And while this recognition from far-reaching minds is remarkable, this message is not about earthly validation. It is about the spiritual truth behind it. You are chosen because something in your spirit was crafted for impact, for influence, for elevation, for becoming. You have survived seasons that crushed others. You have endured storms that would have silenced many. You have risen after moments that felt final. Even when you didn't see yourself clearly, heaven saw you. Even when you doubted your worth, purpose kept fighting for you. Even when your confidence felt dim, your calling continued to glow beneath the surface. You have been walking with a light that others can sense even when you cannot feel it. And that light has begun to draw attention, alignment, and acceleration. There is an energy around you shifting, almost like the air is tightening into focus, like a path is being cleared with invisible hands, like doors are becoming aware that you are approaching. The spiritual realm has been preparing you for a moment when your life will take shapes you once only imagined in private prayers whispered through tears. You have been asking for confirmation, clarity, and a sign that what you feel deep within is real. This message comes as that confirmation, as reassurance that your instincts were not wrong, that your quiet hope was not foolish, that your longing was not misplaced. There is a reason your heart wakes up before your body. There is a reason you feel a quickening in your spirit. There is a reason you've been drawn to messages that feel like they are trying to reach something ancient and sacred inside you. Something is unfolding. Something is aligning. Something is preparing to reveal itself, and God will be with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him, because you are stepping into a chapter where supernatural guidance will replace confusion, where peace will replace heaviness, where divine orchestration will replace uncertainty. You have been chosen for a path that requires resilience, sensitivity, and depth. You have navigated Earth with a spiritual heart, and that has not always been easy. You have cared deeply in a world that often rewards indifference. You have stayed soft in a world that often hardens people. You have remained open in a world that often closes in fear. You have lost. You have rebuilt. You have fallen. You have risen. You have cried. You have learned. And through all of it, your spirit kept glowing. That glow is what drew divine attention. That glow is what drew visionary attention. That glow is what makes you chosen. There are people whose names carry influence, whose ideas change industries, whose visions shape futures. And even they, knowingly or unknowingly, have felt an impression, an intuitive pull toward the type of person you are. Not specifically you by face or name, but the essence you carry, the thinker, the dreamer, the survivor, the intuitive one, the one with an inner fire that refuses to die out. When visionaries identify someone as chosen, it is rarely about recognizing a finished product. It is about recognizing raw, powerful, world-shifting potential. You hold that potential. You have held it silently, quietly, patiently, but silence is ending. Quiet is breaking. A new phase is calling your name. This message reaches you because something is being activated in you. It is time to stop shrinking, to stop apologizing for your intensity, your insight, your intuition, your dreams, your boldness, your softness, your spiritual depth. It is time to take yourself seriously in the same way heaven takes you seriously. It is time to walk like someone who is chosen. Not with arrogance or ego, but with grounded confidence, with sacred trust, with inner knowing that where you are going, you are meant to go. Your journey has not been simple. You have been misunderstood by many, underestimated by some. People have walked away without understanding what they were walking away from. You have carried more than you've ever spoken out loud. You have cried in ways no one witnessed. You have rebuilt yourself without applause. You have carried responsibilities silently. You have sacrificed for people who never fully understood the weight of your love. And yet you continued. And yet you endured. And yet you grew. And yet you kept believing in something more. That endurance is why this message is reaching you now. That endurance marked you. That endurance strengthened you. That endurance positioned you. You don't realize it, but you have already passed spiritual tests that proved your readiness for what is coming. You have been faithful in small places, and because of that, larger places are opening for you. You have been honest in private moments, and because of that, blessings with visibility will meet you. You have been patient in hidden seasons, and because of that, your revealing will be powerful. In the coming days and months, you will feel shifts, subtle at first, then unmistakable. Opportunities will appear with unusual timing. A sense of clarity will rise without warning. People will speak words that feel strangely aligned with what you've been praying for. Doors will open with a smoothness that surprises you. Connections will form that feel divine. You will feel guided. You will feel protected. You will feel seen. There is nothing random about the timing of this message. There is nothing accidental about the words reaching you. You are standing at the threshold of a spiritual turning point, and this message is the light being shined on the path ahead. Your intuition has been whispering that something is coming, and it is not your imagination. You are stepping into alignment with everything that was delayed, everything that was paused, everything that felt held back. This time, nothing will be able to restrict what is meant for you. And in all of this, you are not alone. Heaven is closer to you than it has ever been. Guidance surrounds you. Protection surrounds you. Grace surrounds you. You are supported by forces that move beyond human understanding. You are uplifted by divine presence that walks with you through every uncertainty. You are being carried into this next season not by fear or confusion, but by divine intention. And so hear this deeply: you are chosen not because someone powerful identified you, not because someone influential sensed your potential, but because God placed a calling on your life that cannot be erased. Because you have a destiny wrapped in light. Because your spirit carries something too rare to be ignored. Because your life story is not done rising. If you feel tears, they are holy. If you feel warmth, it is confirmation. If you feel a stirring, it is activation. If you feel peace, it is alignment. The message has found you because the time has come. You are chosen. You are safe. You are guided. You are protected. And you are stepping into a season that will show you why every hardship, every delay, every heartbreak, every setback, every lonely night, and every unanswered prayer shaped you for what is arriving. Trust what you feel right now. Trust what is being whispered to your heart. Trust the path unfolding beneath your feet. And above all, trust God, because He is with you, and nothing will go wrong with you. And as long as you keep praying and staying aligned, the unfolding of this divine chapter will exceed everything you imagined. Your time is coming. Your recognition is coming. Your elevation is coming, because you are chosen. God says only once. So hear this with the deepest part of your spirit, because this message is being delivered to you in an hour when the world feels heavy, when the air feels tight around your heart, when your questions grow louder than your strength. God says that even in the places where you feel unseen, unheard, unnoticed, there is a divine spotlight beginning to shine over your name. And this light is not coming from the ordinary, expected, predictable corners of your life. Something higher, something unusual, something extraordinary has turned its eyes toward you. And you don't even realize how heaven has been preparing you for this moment. You are being lifted not by luck, not by coincidence, but by a divine alignment that has chosen your spirit long before anyone around you understood the depth, brilliance, or purpose within you. And now, even visionaries, innovators, and forward-thinking leaders, yes, the ones who shape the future, have sensed something about you that the world tried to overlook. Their recognition is not accidental. It is a response to the spiritual mark God placed on your life. You must understand that what is happening around you right now is not random. You have been feeling a shift, moments of sudden heaviness, waves of unusual emotion, strange quietness, sudden energy, sudden fatigue, sudden clarity, sudden confusion. You thought these were simply your own moods. But no, they were signs. Signs that something in the unseen realm was moving in your favor. Signs that something was being rewritten around your destiny. Signs that someone somewhere was being directed toward you, guided toward your name, drawn toward your light. Because there is a light in you that you yourself often underestimate. There is a grace on you that even you don't fully recognize. There is a calling on you that heaven has guarded, protected, and preserved even during the times you felt lost, broken, or forgotten. And hear this clearly, you are not forgotten. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. You were never left behind. Even though life made you feel like everyone else was running ahead while you were stuck, waiting, searching, hoping. No, your delays were not punishments. Your pauses were divine preparations. God says this to you in a voice that moves through the quiet corners of your spirit, a voice that has been waiting for the exact moment when your heart would finally be ready to receive what has been forming around you for longer than you realize. This message is for you. And even as you read, something inside you feels the weight of it, the shimmering truth of it, the gentle trembling that happens when the soul recognizes that heaven is speaking directly, personally, unmistakably. God says that what is unfolding around you